Okay, it's 6:30 on my clock. At this time, I'm open the Student Services Committee meeting, Monday, September 21st, 2020. Please call the roll.
Counselor Cordino.
Here.
Counselor McCurdy. Here. Counselor Hill.
Here.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Burbidge.
Here. I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the committee meeting held September 8th, 2020. Counselor Burbidge, Counselor McCurdy.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy. Yes. Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Burbidge.
Yes. Sorry.
Is there any old business to attend to? Seeing none. Item number 1 under communication. Deborah Coe, City Chamberlain, requests discussion regarding a bond anticipation note. Mrs. Coe?
Thank you, Counselor. If you recall, over the past year, you've given permission to bond for the roofs for the high dam, the lift station, the water treatment plant, City Hall restoration, 1 Street, Greenville, and the Bailey building. And now, thanks to the help of the city engineer, we're ready to bond, and that bond will come before you in the contact from the bond council. It'll be an amount of $318,000. Next year, we'll have a bond because the city engineers haven't started with next year. Thank you, Jeff.
Very good. Anything else? Okay. And this is just a discussion we have at this time.
Just to alert you that the resolution isn't here tonight, but it will be clear from the bond council for next year.
Okay. All right. Can I have a motion? Counselor Hill? Counselor Burbidge?
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy. Yes. Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burbidge.
Yes.
Item number 2, the City Engineering Department requests approval of change order number 1 for the contract with National Water Main for the combined sewer investigations, 3rd and 4th 25%, EFC project number C7-6344-19-08. Mr. City Engineer?
So this is really the one and only change order for us, and what this is actually doing is preparing to close out the job. So we had a contract with them. The engineer's estimate included all this quantity to do all this investigative work to get ready for the rehab contract that's coming up. And at the end of it, there was less in that contract than I thought. And so this is deducting the extra work out of the contract so that we can close it out. So you'll see it's deducting the overall cost. Clients didn't need. There is a small change order in it for some hourly work, which is extra stuff. I think we have to do some extra smoke testing and things around your work console, around printings and things like that. We're trying to figure out what we have down there. So all in all, that's all this is we are closing the books out and finishing up.
And I assume you have the numbers handy?
I do, unless you would like the honors.
Well, I have them, but it's your story here.
Yep, so the dollar amount of the contract is decreasing from $266,320 to $177,558.34. Inclusive in that is a hourly charge for the extra work, which is $2,937.50.
The overall decrease is $88,761.66.
Perfect.
Very good. Any questions for the city engineer on this one?
Well, people down there.
Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Councilor Hill, Councilor McCurdy.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy. Yes. Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burbidge.
Yes.
Item number 3, the Office of Community Development requests that the Common Council authorize the matching portion of the grant from Local Initiative Support Corporation in the amount of $50,000 to continue the remediation work begun via disbursement number 1 for a total investment of $100,000. Is there somebody here to speak to it? Yes, Mr. Stahl from the Community Development Office. I see you in the back row.
Hey, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Director Evans is not able to be here yet, so I stepped forward and be here to answer any questions. Essentially, what this is, it may look familiar as a very similar resolution has already been passed. Some language was not correct, so I believe the previous will be rescinded. We are reoffering that this evening. Just a quick summary. Again, this is the $50,000 match is going towards the exact $50,000 that was deposited already by the New York State list, which is the zombie program, the Regional Care Fund. This is that one. So to date, we have got almost $145,000 total between the city and the state that have gone into this revolving program. We've probably seen a lot of the cool projects that have come out of that. The plan is ultimately each year, March 1st, we will return that money back to this program from the taxes that are paid off. And this money should be sustainable going forward for generations to come. Any questions?
Any questions, Mr. Stahl, on this one? The only thing I'd like to point out that this is going to be a budget amendment for $50,000, correct?
Yeah, that's right. This is a little different than many others where the money is reimbursed. This one actually was fronted. So we did receive our portion from the state, but the match was required as well. So, but it was not one of those things.
And it was missing police to allow.
Yes.
Fixing that now.
Oh, we'll take care of it. Okay, very good, thank you, Mr. Stahl. Any other issues, questions? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Councilor Plunkett, Councilor Hill.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor McCurdy? Yes. Councilor Hill?
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett?
Yes.
Councilor Burbidge?
Yes.
Looks like that was the last item. Is there anything else unfinished we need to talk about in this committee? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please, to adjourn?
That's it.
Councilor Burbidge, Councilor Plunkett.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor McCurdy? Yes. Councilor Hill?
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett?
Yes.
Councilor Burbidge?
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to call the Physical Services Committee meeting for September 21st, 2020 to order. Please call the roll.
Councilor Hill?
Here.
Councilor Burbidge?
Here.
Councilor Walker?
Here.
Councilor Goza?
Here.
Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of our September 8th, 2020 meeting? Councilor Walker, Councilor Burbidge.
Councilor Hill?
Yes.
Councilor Burbidge?
Yes.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Goza?
Yes.
Is there any old business to come before this committee? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business under communication. Item number 1, Mr. Joe Garofalo, property owner at 153 to 154 East Bridge Street, located in the second ward, requests the use of public space to install awning fronting East Bridge Street. Mr. McGinn?
Yep, Joe Garofalo, as you can see in the picture here, the front of Garofalo's currently has 2 separate awnings, one at the east end, one at the west end. He'd like to replace that with an 84-foot long awning that spans the whole length of the building there. It's about 8'6" off the ground to the bottom of it, which fits into our code, comes out about 4 feet into public space. Going to have some signage on it. He's also doing some other work on the building. It doesn't require public space, but kind of redoing the facade, painting the eaves, very similar to the projects that we're doing down on First Street. It's Mr. Garofalo and Mr. Keller are doing this on their own. So they're coming to you to seek that 4 feet by 84 feet of public space for that awning.
Great. Any questions for Mr. McGinn? Could I have a motion, please? Councilor Burbidge, Councilor Burbidge.
Councilor Hill?
Yes.
Councilor Burbidge?
Yes.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Goza?
Yes.
That's the last item. Is there any other business? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Councilor Walker, Councilor Burbidge.
Councilor Hill?
Yes.
Councilor Burbidge?
Yes.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Goza?
Yes. I'd like to call the Planning and Development Committee to order for September 21st, 2020.
Councilor Walker?
Here.
Councilor Cordino?
Here.
Councilor McCurdy? Here.
Could I get the minutes approved for the call on September 8th, 2020? Councilor Cordino, Councilor McCurdy.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor McCurdy? Yes.
Okay, any old business? Seeing none, we'll go right down to communication. Mayor William Barlow Jr. requested the Common Council adopt the Oswego County multi-jurisdictional hazardous mitigation plan. What this is, the county every 4 or 5 years, I believe it is, they update their emergency plan, and basically it's the same as normal, I guess, and then there's just a new thing in there for the high water that we've had around our area. And that's all I really know about it. I don't know if the attorney has a little bit to say on this.
I can say a few words. This is a requirement that each of the participating communities within Oswego County been asked to update their portion of the plan. This is the city's portion. And I think every municipality is participating in the plan altogether. It's a requirement, the county takes the lead on the hazardous mitigation plan, and it's required to submit it, I believe, by October or November of this year. And so the county's been going around the county and asking each town and municipality to revise, update their revised plan. Our plan was revised last year to coincide, as Councilor Walker said, with the 2017-2019 flooding. That's the new addition. Couple of cleanup things just related to I think the makeup of the council and who's in charge of that mitigation. But it's all consistent. What you're doing today, Chief Griffin and his staff were taking the lead on it, and certainly just recommend that you give favorable consideration to adopting the plan.
Thank you, Mr. Kirkland. Is there any questions? Mr. Portillo?
Through the chair. Mr. Terracoli,
Yeah.
I read the plan, about 22 pages long. I got to page 2 and I found a mistake.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point this out. On page 2 of the plan, under the title governing body, it says, the city of Oswego is governed by an 8-member city council led by the mayor.
Right.
So I was wondering, can we, again, I'm sure it doesn't really alter the plan
Yeah.
per se, but I mean, can we change that to 7?
I think it's already been changed, Council. That was one of my edits as well, that I passed on to the mayor and to Chief Griffin. We haven't had 8, at least 20, well, probably approaching 30 years. Right. But yes, that's definitely one thing that would be revised in the revised plan.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for catching that. Any other questions? Could I get a motion? Councilor McCready, Councilor Purdy.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy. Yes.
Thank you. We'll go on to number 2. Mayor Barlow seeks favorable consideration for the common council for a proposed substantial energy loan program established for the city of Oswego in ordinance with the laws of the state of New York. Basically, what this is, 2017, we adopted a program and for the peace litigation, allowing the city residents to utilize an incentive put forth by New York State Energy for the green energy projects such as solar, windmills, your HVAC upgrades, your windows, etc. And we're just basically jumping on board with the state and their program. That's what this really gets down to. Would we have any questions on this? Could I get a motion? Councilor Corradino? Councilor McCready?
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy. Yes. And I think we need a resolution for this.
In order to adopt this, we have to adopt the local law first. And I believe, I thought that the clerk's office was preparing a resolution to establish that public hearing. That would be voted on at the next meeting, and then the public hearing would occur until, I believe it's October 13th, 12th being a holiday.
So this is basically going to go for a public hearing. This is the...
So there's 2 components to this, and I apologize. I know you just voted on it, but I think it's helpful to understand that there's 2 components to it. There's a local law that the municipality has to adopt, and then there's a separate agreement that is entered into with the state. Well, it's their energy. It's a authority, a separate authority of the state that administers these loan programs. These are sustainable energy loan program initiative that the city has been asked to participate in. As Councilor Walker pointed out, in 2017, we were supportive of it, but we didn't take the next step. And then, frankly, I think that the state kind of pulled back on it because they were still trying to figure out, where the whole program is headed. They've now figured it out, and they're now encouraging those communities that agree to participate to formalize it. So it's formalized with the local law. Once the local law is adopted, then we can enter into the agreement with the state. So that's what it's for non-residential sustainable energy programs, up to 3 family dwellings and commercial and industrial. So it's not necessarily for the single or even 2-family dwelling to put solar panels on, for instance. There's a whole other separate set of programs that the state and others offer for that. This is to cover, larger housing developments or commercial or industrial businesses that want to take advantage of a program like this. So the city is essentially being a conduit for the state program.
So next week, we'll vote to establish the public hearing, and then we'll vote to adopt the municipal agreement.
Correct.
Do you need us to vote to?
Well, if there isn't a resolution, I'll check with the clerk's office tomorrow. Initially, it would be to establish the public hearing. Once the public hearing is then the local law is adopted, then we're entitled to enter into the agreement.
Very good, thank you. Any more questions? No more new business, so could I get a motion to adjourn, please? Councilor Cardino, Councilor McBurney.
Counselor Walker.
Yes,
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McCurdy.
Yes.
thank you.